Lately, I've been thinking about the value in what I share on this channel, and it's got me thinking about my personal definition of valuable content and how I judge what's of value and what's not. And this reflection has been really important for me because I've realized that I have a very fixed definition and idea of what I think is valuable content. I feel that if my content is to be valuable, it needs to provide a clear solution or conclusion, something that the viewer can take away that's based on insight from my own experience. And the reason I've been thinking about this lately is because I'm trying to shift into a different type of format. So lately I've been called to just turn on my camera and speak, which is what I'm doing now. So going unscripted, mostly just thinking out loud on camera. And even though I'm called to move in this direction and it feels right, there's a lot of resistance that's coming up for me because it's not something that I'm used to. And it's definitely not something that I'm comfortable with. So, yeah, it's challenging me to move beyond my comfort zone. So I've been thinking about why this is so uncomfortable for me, and I've realized that it's because of the way I'm defining what valuable content is for me. So I realized that I place a lot of value in the end, the conclusion of the story. Whereas now the format that I want to move into is more about sharing the process. So it's telling you what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what's happening, without really knowing the conclusion myself. I mean, I think that in itself is a vulnerable process, but also I was struggling because I was thinking, what's the point? Why would anyone want to listen to what I'm currently processing, especially when it's in real time, when we don't know what things mean, we don't know how all the pieces fit together. So there's definitely this self-limiting belief that what I have to share isn't valuable unless there is a clear takeaway. But as I was journaling about this, I remembered that that's not true, because when I decided that I want to be a meditation guide, there was so much fear and doubt about whether I could do it. I also didn't know how I would get started. So what I did is I went on Insight Timer and I looked up all my favorite meditation teachers, guides, and if any of them offered free consultation calls, I signed up for them. And I just asked them, how did you get to where you are now? Tell me about the moment you decided you wanted to do this. What steps did you take? You know, how did your friends and family react to it? I wanted to know the process. I wanted to know how they met the challenges, how they managed the various emotions that came up. That's what I wanted to know. That's where I was seeking the relief. Because I think the main thing is that I wanted to feel like I can do it too. I wanted to know that I'm not alone. I wanted to feel that I'm not alone. I wanted reassurance that someone else also went through the same challenges and struggles that I was going through at the time, and they made it through. They managed just fine, And so I can too. I think that's what I wanted to know. That's what I wanted to feel. And in one of my videos, I said that my target audience is my former self, specifically myself like 5 years ago. And I actually think that she would appreciate videos like this. You know, storytelling is so essential and innate to the human experience, and there's a reason for it. We feel an emotional connection. We feel that we're not alone when we hear other people's stories. And the main reason that I'm doing this is because I want to share things that my former self would have liked to hear, and I want her to feel that she's not alone. It really helped a lot to remember that when I was struggling, I really wanted to hear other people's stories. And it wasn't just for their advice. I really wanted to understand how they moved through particular situations, how they made sense of things. So I feel like now the resistance is slowly becoming weaker, because initially there was a lot of resistance towards changing the format. I think that when something feels really, really uncomfortable, but you still want to do it, it's a sign that it's important for your self-growth. So what I've just shared is an example of that, where it's causing discomfort emotionally as well as mentally. Emotionally, like, I feel nervous to continue sharing my life in this way. Mentally, I am trying to shift my mindset to see the value in this type of format. But I know that even when it comes to online content, people appreciate honesty. People appreciate seeing others move through their life and, not being afraid to talk about it. I never imagined that I would be someone doing that, but here I am. That's what I feel called to do. So I'd love to know how this resonates with you. Do you struggle to share your story? And if so, what's been helpful for you?